Wow. 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 You sound like you blew Fidel Castro last night. Jesus Christ. Hang on, don't say anything. We're back with another episode. First, the sponsors. Head over to the website, johnbartoloshow.com. Wow. Jesus Christ. So I want to thank a few of the sponsors now. Gallo Technologies, Rhino Metals, Blackwater Ammunition, Inforce Weapon Lights, Sig Sauer. Go buy a Sig. Well, Quartz and Firearms, Right On Optics, Kenzie's Optics, Pulsar. There's a complete list of them down below. Go click the links. Go follow. Go check them all out. The show wouldn't be possible without the sponsors. I know you guys are filing in here. I'm excited to see you all. We're going to get to it. This man needs no introduction. Besides the fact that he has emphysema. Jesus. CPD, whatever was in COPD. We got drunk 3PO. He's clearly drunk.
What did you give me to drink?
What are you drinking? Rubbing alcohol? What is that?
I don't know.
It's Dana White's booze. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Listen.
That's a better angle. Use that.
Use that? You like that?
I like that one better.
All right. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone that's here. They didn't hear me coughing, did they?
Of course they did. You were dying over there. You had the COVID.
Listen, there's a thing with me that they think I cough all the time. I really don't.
I think you got a problem.
And now they call me.
Jesus. So listen, wait. We got to get into some shit here. All right. Enough of the hijinks.
I'm really happy to see the couch. I'm reunited with the couch that made me famous earlier this year
and it feels so good
with the amazing memes. Good
now, Lord. I want to ask you, what do you think? You got back to Vegas in one piece. We had dinner last night. Chicken parm.
I mean, before we start, it's just we were talking. My brother's with me, and like we were just talking like how
G14 classified.
This amazing journey that we're on, just to be back in Vegas and like being grateful for Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy and Ryan. We were thinking, because you had Big Daddy Unlimited on, and it was like tracing back. Yeah, it was like Ryan was on. Ryan Kennel, RK Outpost, if you don't know, was on, and I was in the chat, and you were like, "Hey, I know who you are, Drunk 3PO," and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And then,
why?
Because it's something I'm not used to.
Why? Talk dirty to me.
And then it was, and it's like through Geeks and Gamers and what Jeremy's built over there, and then Ryan put this, and then we went from there for me to be on, and then all of us were on, and then the whole 9line thing, and just seeing it all. Now it's like
you're gonna get emotional.
Now I'm back again.
You're gonna get emotional.
I'm always like that.
It is crazy, right? When you find a good group of people and you can do good work together, why don't we all have fun together? It's crazy, right? We were talking about this earlier. It's crazy to think about, right? Like you can root for other people's success. It's okay.
I think you should surround yourself with people that root for your success over theirs. Easier said than done. A lot of people that when they cheer for you, they will expose themselves as someone that's just doing it for, I have to do this because I don't want to look bad. But when you surround yourself with good people, they generally want to see you succeed more than they do, and that's a treasure to find, man. That's a treasure to find and to always hold on to. So it's like holding a tiger by the tail. Finding
you
people
think
that
so?
Yeah, I think it's like
I think people are inherently people are inherently scumbags. They'll most of the time they'll show you, but I do think there's a majority that you can put in your life that are better than that. But I think for the most part, a lot of people are out for themselves and they're not willing to put anything in. I just will always live by the principle of do two things for somebody before you ask for one. Then I get my answer really quick. I think what I'm looking for, like if I ask you to do me two favors.
Well, especially in this internet game, people are definitely out for themselves over
No shit.
And they just don't. They act like they care about you, and then they just, you know, any chance they can take a step over you, they will. Even if you go above and beyond for them, it's really insane.
It's the last bit of capitalism they're trying to beat out of us, though. That's why I kind of like it. I mean, I think you have to make sure you're taken care of, but I just believe in putting more good in the universe than bad. I mean, Lord knows by nature we put more bad in every day, but you know, if you just do for people and you celebrate their success, like I wasn't at the epic shoot, you were.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Listen, you're talking to the one guy that wandered around that nobody knew who I was.
You had fun though.
It was amazing. But it was
what's been the craziest thing that we've done that's kind of like our baby? The 9-line thing, maybe?
9-line was pretty big.
What's the culmination of our friendship? Is it the helicopter? Was a part of me in the helicopter?
The culmination was having me, Ryan, and Jeremy here all together, doing the podcast together. I think that was one of my favorite moments.
Crowning moment.
Well, it's like, it's funny. I get a lot of messages all the time, like, "Hey, can you talk to Jeremy about this? Can you talk to?" And it's like, "Nah, man, that's not really my job there." It's like, and Ryan's doing his thing, and he's like Ryan and Jeremy are the superstars of Geeks and Gamers for sure. And it's you know, we don't talk as much as as we would like to, because we're busy, not because of. And so it's like, it was cool.
But they don't know sports. Yeah. I'll throw shade at them. They don't know sports.
I don't know sports either, but sometimes they invite me on.
And my offer still stands to Jeremy. Money, cash money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call me.
Someone in the chat was like, the helicopter was epic. The helicopter was cool, but you don't understand. I was all right. That I was scared to death. I've never ridden in a helicopter before in my life, let alone shoot a weapon.
I thought you were going to shoot your toe off.
And so I was like, before I even got on, I'm calling John, I'm like texting him, I'm like, how do you turn the safety off again?
How does it
like,
work?
How does it?
I said when you pull the trigger, it goes bang. That's what you're counting on.
I was like, how do you do this? I just don't want to like. And so they had a female Olympic gold medalist. I can't remember her name. Forgive me. That went before me. And like, you could hear her hitting the targets from like a mile away. It's like ping. It was like this loud bing, and it's like, all right, you get to follow that. And I'm like, you're not gonna hear anything, but hopefully, like, everybody duck, because I don't know where this is gonna go.
That's so funny.
You know, but it was it was an experience. I was so nervous. So like, when I finally got in the helicopter and they tap you on the shoulder, which is like, turn the safety off. And so they're tapping me, and
we're going hot.
Well, the helicopter it like leaned in, and I'm like just staring like I was gonna fall out. And they kept tapping me. They're like, "Are you gonna shoot or no? Are you gonna shoot?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." That was like 3 shots, boom, boom, and I was done.
You're like, I just gotta do something here. Something gotta happen.
Well, they're recording, so it's like I can't look like a total. So when the helicopter landed, Tyler from 9-line, he came up. He's like, "Did you even shoot?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right." It's like, feels like it's still fully loaded. I was like, well.
You got to hang out with the dog.
Who's the dog?
Tactical Taz.
Oh.
The dog's a star.
Yeah, million+ TikTok.
Only in this business can a dog.
I shared a home with him, and I have exclusive video of him without his tactical gear on. So I
should leak him to only dogs.
But he wouldn't get out of my lap. He just loved being in my lap. He got loose in the house one night. Yeah, and they couldn't find him.
He's being tactical.
And everybody was
being tactical.
Everyone was like, "Do you know where Taz is? Do you know where Taz is?" And
That's
it was
hilarious.
just like one of those things. It's like, I don't have them.
But it was fun. It's fun to see a crossover into different cultures, right? Does that always surprise you? It's crazy to see, because you guys have such a massive following in your genre. Like when I'm at that Millennium Fandom, there's people fucking swinging from the chandeliers to meet you guys. And then you go to like a gun show and you get to walk around, you know, like, is that wild? Because wild to me a little bit.
That's a world I'm not like used to, but it was interesting to be in there. It was like they were handing out the earmuffs,
Yeah.
or whatever you call them.
Earmuffs.
Yeah. And they're like, you're going to need these about 1 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. So 1 o'clock hits, just felt like I was in some war zone for like 4 hours.
Right.
And then you can't hear, so you like lift it off, like, what did you say? And then as soon as you lift it off, everything's exploding around you.
You get used to it.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. And you learn how to lip read.
Like, so for like 2 hours, I was sitting by the silent snipers, and we were eating lunch, and I took my headset off, and you could hear it, like these sounds. I was like, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's different industries.
Well, they wanted to put a 50 caliber sniper in my, like, they wanted me to shoot that, and that's when I said, I don't think I should do that.
Yeah.
Because I saw the person that went before me.
There's some trauma.
And they were just like, I was like, yeah, see, someone's going to record that. And it's going to end up somewhere, as if there's not enough stuff, like memes about me out there. No,
the last thing you need is another one.
Every time I see that couch over there, I'm reminded of the last time I was on Friday Night Tights.
So you get the opportunity to go to that. You have fun.
Yeah.
And now you're back here. You know, it comes full circle.
Vegas. Yeah.
Comes full circle, right? It always does.
It's been a ride. This has been a ride of a year.
Talk to me about the 9line thing.
Amanda from 9line says like to do a Welcome to Rebellion shirt or a hoodie, like the one I have on now, and
boom.
I didn't first I told her, I said I would like to do hats because I was trying to get hats. Just
hats,
for like
you were jonesing on hats.
Well, my members of my YouTube channel were like, can we get hats? Can we get hats? So I was like, give the people what they want, you know? It's pretty simple. And so it's funny, they called and they were like, all right, we'll do hats first. And they were like, how many do you think you'll sell? I was like,
I remember when you called me, you were like, I don't know, 5. I was like,
yeah, what? I think they were like, can you at least get 8 to 10? And I said, I think I can do 50. And then I said, what's the record? And they said, whoever was on the phone, they kind of giggled. They're like, it's like 300, dude. 300 in 2 weeks is a lot, man. I'm just telling you. So I was like, okay. Well, I was like, I need a goal because that's how I live my life. It's like set goals. So I was like, let's just go for the record. And we beat the record in 24 hours. They had to take the hats off the store because they didn't have enough product to...
I tried to do.
I was actually here, and I made a video like during the meetup, and I was just like, "We can't sell the hats right now because we sold out."
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then when they relaunched it, I think we sold another 1,000.
Insane.
So they were just like, "Yeah, you'll probably have the record the rest of your life." So I was like, "That's cool." And then we did the shirt. I didn't expect, because I had the Welcome to Rebellion shirt on my store that did really well. You own one. Mm-hmm. You wear it.
I own a couple. I'm a supporter.
And he's laughing. And I didn't know how they would sell. So we did really well. I was a little taken back by how much they sold. So it was kind of incredible.
I know you were.
Yeah.
You called me and you were like, they like me. They really like me.
I just couldn't believe. Well, again, the Geeks and Gamers community came through bigger than I ever expected on those shirt sales and things like that. Like I couldn't believe it.
Showed me a lot.
And 9line was texting me. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing over there? Because you just, you sold so many." They're like, "We're gonna keep selling them because they keep selling so well." Like they're only supposed to do a 2-week run, and we ended up doing it for over a month because they were getting tons of emails saying, "Put these shirts back up. I want to get one now. I want to get one." And there's a special community that Jeremy has built, and or whatever, fellowship. People don't like that term, community, but that and they really come through. They really come through like nothing I've ever seen. So it's pretty impressive.
Do you love them?
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell them you love them?
They know I love them. They know I love them.
It is.
They know I love them. They know I wish I could do more for them. That's the thing. I mean, as long as they could laugh at my stupidness, falling asleep on your couch over there.
Well, maybe we can. Maybe we can sponsor an all expenses paid trip to Drunk 3PO for park hopping. Maybe.
You mean to like Orlando and hang out at the theme parks? I don't know if people would want to hang out with me at the theme parks.
Why?
Maybe Tugs.
You know where all the good food places are, though.
Yeah, can you tell I haven't missed a meal? So.
I know. None of us have. But I think that's important, right? You have to test the goods. Now, that's one of the things you're great at. You got the shows. You're having fun doing those. What's going on with park hopping?
We just passed 10,000 subscribers, and I'm probably surrounded by the best team of people. My brother Lee, which is a dream come true to work with my brother.
It's G14 classified.
Yeah, Tugs, Odin, and just the Geeks and Gamers people over there that help. People send me articles and things like that. And what's amazing is that being out in the parks, like when I go live and getting stopped, you know, from people that are like, oh man, I love your channel, I love this, I love that. It was amazing to hit. That was one of my goals this year, is to get to 10,000. So we did.
You were almost thrown out for having my bag. Is that right? I heard a rumor. They came up to you and they said, nope, none of that. It's probably for the Geeks and Gamers shirt they get. Yeah, they'll stop you there.
Listen, I thought Star Wars fandom was like a tough fandom to be a part of. Like, people can get nasty and fight on social media about why you like and why you hate a film. It doesn't compare to the theme park. Those people are vicious.
They'll come for you with the tiki torches.
They are freaking vicious.
Karens.
Like they just make stuff up. Like
now,
blatantly.
Here's what I want to ask all the Geeks and Gamers, including Jeremy, who sent a super chat. Thank you, Jeremy. We'll put that aside like a coupon book towards the bet. Now, what I want to ask all you guys individually is, do you ultimately want to see peace between you guys and the theme parks and Disney and everything? Because like, ultimately I want peace in the firearms business. I genuinely do. I think you got, because if you don't, then you're just an anarchist.
Listen, we don't start the problem. They come to us and they're like, we don't want you here. Listen, I was at Epcot.
Do you ultimately want peace?
What is?
Or are you like the alien in fucking Independence Day? There can be no peace. like, what is it? Do you ultimately want peace?
Well, of course. That's like,
yeah. But what does peace look like?
I don't know.
Stallone with a lightsaber? Like, what does peace look like?
I have no idea what it is with these people.
Someday I want to ask you guys that, because I think that's a compelling question. Is, do you ultimately want, is there a light at the end? Like, I tell things the NRA and the NSSF should do, right? Like, I'm trying to offer solutions. Like, this makes sense. Ultimately, do you want that?
I mean, listen.
Or do you all have to live in the conflict?
Listen, Geeks and Gamers gets a bad rap all the time. Like, people call us all kinds of names. And then when we start, I'll never forget. Jeremy came, he's like, let's start this theme park channel.
You're called Geeks and Gamers. Right. What else could you be called?
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, believe me, stuff I can't say on YouTube. The words you're not allowed to say. And so we started the theme park channel, and it took 2 days for people on YouTube to live stream and say, oh, Drunk 3PO is an idiot. Jeremy's so stupid. They'll never get past 2,000 subscribers. Why are they in the theme park? This is dumb. These people are idiots. I mean, they talked about us for an hour.
They came for you.
For why? Why do they care that I go ride rides at Universal and make video? Listen, as soon as the show is over, I'm about to drop a video where me and Lee went to Legoland and spent some money and like rode rides to show people that, yeah, big people can fit in some of these rides.
It's like a men's XXL magazine for the fucking theme parks.
Pretty much.
Seriously. Oversized men doing kid things.
But listen, let me tell you how vicious they are. Was at Epcot. It was last year Christmas. And they had this ride decorated. And I was like, all right, let me go. All these other theme park people were there. They were all riding the ride. I was like, oh, let me introduce myself.
You're like, who's this? They were like, who's this linebacker? Hey, how you doing?
And they were like, they actually were like, hey, we have a special Facebook group. Would you like to be a part of it? After the ride, we'll talk to you. And I was like, yeah, I'm in the club. Yeah. When the ride was over, one of them met me after the ride and said, hey, no offense, but we just don't think what you offer is right for our group. Nothing personal, man. Good luck. And I was like, what do you mean what you don't think? Like the Geeks and Gamers, I know that channel, and you guys can be very abrasive, and we're just like a happy bunch over here. And I was just like, what? And I called Jeremy like 10 minutes. He'll tell you. I called him right after.
You're like, we're blacklisted. We're blacklisted. It's a small world. We can't get on. We're fucking blacklisted.
I give them credit. I'll give them credit for speaking to me face to face instead of like doing it over.
What is
Twitter.
that call like when you're like, Jeremy? We can't go into the haunted mansion anymore.
They didn't ban me from Rise. They banned me from their theme park YouTube group.
We can't go on Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't know how that works.
They shut us down. My fast pass doesn't work anymore.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
But like I said, I was like, I appreciate them at least not being afraid and telling me to my face. But
right.
Most of the time they tell us on Twitter, like behind our backs.
But that's all gonna, that shit's going down the toilet. All that woke bullshit. It's actually going and signed into law that it's not going to be allowed
in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about that last night. You think it's going to shift everything else? Definitely.
I think so. I think with our governor in Florida passing laws, if you get kicked off social media because of an opinion, you could sue them and things like that. And I think if like certain people get elected, like that'll just begin to grow a little bit. And, like,
I think so too. I think that's going to be a huge nail.
It'll change the way social media is looked at, and but we don't. You know what though? I don't think I can only speak for myself. I don't mind being the bad boys of theme parks, man.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
You're like the Backstreet Boys of theme parks. Only you're not the Backstreet Boys. You're like Menudo.
No. Let's go even further, man. It's like we're the Sons of Anarchy of theme parks. Like that's who we are. And we don't play games.
West Coast Choppers.
Exactly. That's who we are.
It's not the Justice League.
It doesn't bother us. So I don't mind. I don't mind that they hate us. We see them in the park. Like we see these other people in the park, and they give us that weird eye. But it's like whatever.
I see you guys as freedom fighters. That's what you are. You're fighting for the freedom of big men to participate in little people rides.
I mean, there's an audience for it. There's an audience. So.
I think so. Now you got Jaywalking.
Yeah.
How's that going?
If it wasn't for certain lockdowns and stuff, I think it'd be going a lot better. And hopefully I'll be traveling a lot more. And like my dream is to there's a theme park in Tennessee and I go there for park hopping, but then I could go check out some of the stuff around there and put that on Jaywalking the Planet. But I was in Mexico not too long ago.
I feel like Jaywalking's where your heart is though.
I love it. Yeah. But it costs money to do. It's not, I wish, I had the funds to do that, but it.
Why don't we just get you LED screens so like we could be like, it's Jaywalking in Canada today. It's Jaywalking. You should just do Epcot and be like Jaywalking in Norway.
Yeah, I mean
I could.
Well, I'd put that on the park hopping channel, but I was just in Mexico and we were finishing up.
I picture you recording like a set falls down.
This guy, I'll put that on park hopping.
That'd be hilarious.
We like put people on like yelling at their kids or like Karens that show up at these parks, man.
You should do a spoof one though of like Jaywalking in China, but you're really in China in Epcot.
In Epcot?
That'd be funny as hell.
I've already been to China like 6 times.
I know, but you didn't do Jaywalking there, did you?
True. Yeah, I did.
You did?
The channel.
It's on the channel?
Yeah. Thanks for paying attention.
That's probably an old episode, motherfucker.
It's an old episode.
Jesus.
But no, so like this coming year, we're gonna finish up a special needs home in Mexico, and so that's on the channel now, and we're gonna be doing that. The year before, we finished up orphanage in El Salvador, which is really cool. So
I think that stuff's amazing. I think that's really where your heart is. And
I think it's always been. It's always been, but we've had and we were gonna do a lot more, but the world has changed.
What do you think the biggest problem is? Water in some of these places, because you've been in some shit holes. The biggest
problem is the government.
The government
of these places. They steal from the poor and keep them poor, and they use the poor to make money for themselves. So Clean water is probably one of the biggest killers, but the number one killer,
that's something you can't not root for. No. People got to have clean water. I mean,
well, the number one killer in the world today is starvation. So 20,000 people die every day. I mean, you could look that up every single day.
Well, it's okay. It'll end soon. Elizabeth Warren's looking to tax Elon all the way back to the Stone Age.
Well, I appreciate Elon because
he's the last guy left. He's the last corporate executive. Well, that's a dude.
Somebody trashed him and said, Elon, if you didn't make so much money, we could end hunger in Africa. And he goes, how much do you need? I'll sell all my stock. He challenged them. He challenged UNICEF, I believe, and some others. And they're like, nah, we don't want to do that. And
that's the wrong question.
Which makes which
I'll end UNICEF.
It should open the eyes of so many people that they do just enough to keep the money coming in, and it's just like, I'll take, we'll make sure these kids are eating for a day, but not, they could do so much more. And I've been in those places, man. I've been and saw their terrible, some of these organizations do terrible work. So like someone would give them $1 million to build a school. They'd only take 5% of it and build a school. The rest would go to salaries.
It's not going to stop.
It's stupid. It's aggravating. And so it's like, who do you give money to, and how do you get that done? You just have to go in yourself. If you want it done, you got to go in and do it yourself. And that's what I've been doing the past, few years. It's just like, look, this is what I'm going to do and it'll get done. I'm not looking to be rich. I'm not looking to, do anything like that. So, and we got it done. We got a lot of stuff done. It's beautiful to see. So
I think all you guys have a pivotal place in the industry and in media, really. And I think there's not enough
geeks and gamers.
Yeah, there's not enough people willing to speak out and willing to say their piece. But you guys have an important role, and I think it just comes down to the audience understanding that the message only changes if you share, push the stuff out there, and support.
Let me brag about Jeremy. He hates it when I talk nice about him, but
we know he doesn't have a high sports IQ. So,
but what Jeremy did early on was defend the people that had no voice, and that's what made him so attractive to so many people. He did that for me when I was getting trashed when I first started YouTube by, I guess I shouldn't share his name, by a guy that was in the media. He was trashing me, trashing the channel, and Jeremy came to my defense. But he's done that to so many others, and he's abrasive. He's not as abrasive as he used to. I wish he would be, because that was old school Jeremy when he would just go after people for just tearing people down. But he's matured a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
I think he's spot on. Listen, he can't be more abrasive than I am. I don't think that's humanly possible.
He used to be. He used to people would have an opinion, and these big dogs would attack these little people because they would always punch down because they're sissies, and Jeremy would always come to their defense. And
I think the three of you make up a good recipe. I think you balance each other out. Because Ryan's a ball of energy. It's just a hairdo,
he's unstoppable. And
he's going.
Well, he's unstoppable. So
yeah, he's high energy. You got to have.
I don't even know if I fit in that three. I think it's more like Ryan and Jeremy, and then it's me and everybody. I'm in the second tier. If there was if you were trying to put a tier. But Jeremy doesn't look at anybody.
I'd be the most relaxed in that group, which is crazy.
He looks like he looks at all of us the same. You would be the most relaxed?
I think so.
I'm pretty relaxed.
You and I would be battling for the bottom. Kings of relaxation. I just
hope to win a Mario Kart game.
Seriously.
If I can do that, then I've made it. So
now, I was going to say, you guys do those Mario Kart wars.
Yeah.
Okay. I tuned into a few of them. They're cutthroat. There's some stuff going on. They're pretty high stakes. Now, there's a lot of pride in that.
Not for me anymore.
Because I see a lot of screaming, a lot of energy. There's calories burned. I just want to know what's going on there.
I used to be more intense, but I've realized my place is 6th to 9th place. So that's what I'm aiming for. If I do worse than that, then I get upset.
I thought Jeremy won the Rose Bowl the way he was screaming.
It's serious, man. It's serious. And if I could pull out a win, the rest of my week is I'm walking on sunshine.
I want to see something other than Mario Kart played, though.
Between all of us?
Yeah.
Listen, man, we play golf, and that's when I say bad words, but I never swear when I play this golf stuff. So
yeah, I feel like there needs to be a decathlon of online gaming and streaming. It could go from Mario Kart to like from the windows to the walls. A GoldenEye one would be fucking amazing. GoldenEye would be a game changer.
I can't, listen, I have a reputation of being nice and calm and happy, and I can't play that with these people. I will. I can play with Krista. Krista, part of Geeks and Gamers, probably. You know, if it was just us, then I would be okay, because she probably keeps the balance for all of us. So she's literally the heart and soul of everything Geeks and Gamers.
She's getting into cosplay now.
Oh, she's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she also, like, her and another person on the team named James Hailstorm, they find these little clips of us. This is how I game. I am the number one. Listen, like, these are the games that I play. I'm the number one streamer on Twitch for Lawnmower Simulator. I cut grass, a simulation of me riding a lawnmower, and I'm the number one streamer on Twitch.
Is that
and they find these clips?
Is
of
that
me.
Like saying I'm the number one guy cleaning urinal cakes? Is that
it might be. I have a lot of people watching that. Though, man.
I'm the number one urinal cake retriever.
I mean, it probably.
I make $1 million.
I have a lot of people watching. It's pretty fun. It is, but it's incredible.
Does it ever blow your mind what people tune into?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of wild, right?
At least on my end, I don't even know why.
Like, if you knew how many minutes you had to live, like, would you tune into you mowing the lawn?
No. I wouldn't tune into me, period.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm just amazed that people even. I'm just amazed I'm sitting in this chair. Like, I don't understand.
How'd I get here? And you've tortured me for 2 days that you had to have a certain chicken nugget.
Yeah, man. Raising Cane, man.
Seriously.
John takes me out to this really expensive place, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Chicken parm. You make it sound like you went to the Four Seasons.
That's it.
There was booze. There was all kinds of shit going on.
But it was nice for me.
Yeah. I mean,
I usually don't eat like that.
Listen.
I'm usually eating
with
like
chairs and a table
and carrot sticks at home, and like that's usually what I munch on. But look, last night I had it.
Do you regret the chicken parm?
No, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. It was perfect, and then I got taken out by Evelina. Did I say her name right? Yeah, did. Evelina.
Yeah.
We went out and rode. And
you watched the sunrise.
What did we ride?
You should have had some peyote.
What was it called? Razors?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We should have put you in like
Adrenaline Junkies. That's the name. I get that right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. She was awesome. She dressed up like a Jedi. I'll have a video up soon. She dressed up like a Jedi and like took us out to see the sunrise. And it was 40 degrees and I almost died. Like, you should have seen me. I'm like,
no one does a podcast experience quite like I do.
No. I was like, it's amazing. So thank you.
No one does it like we do it here. We try to really stretch it out with that chicken parm and
I mean,
intimate.
I'd rather have Raising Cane. That's all I'm saying. Like,
intimate candlelit ride.
You don't understand. Last time I was here, that like you had that chicken. I must have ate like 17 of them chicken fingers. I was like, what is this?
What do you use, ranch or blue cheese?
I didn't need any of it.
Honey mustard.
Blue cheese, man.
How do you feel about barbecue sauce?
No, I'm not a fan. I'd rather have blue cheese. I put blue cheese on my steak.
Cosmic wings.
People are going to kill me for that.
No, that's okay. Blue cheese crumbles is okay. If you put straight up blue cheese, you're weird.
Crumbles, yeah.
Yeah, crumbles is fine.
That's it.
With butter and all that, that's fine. That's acceptable. That's an acceptable topping. It's a little on the fringe, but it is on the menu. It's not like you're saying, give me the sardine wrapped fillet.
I mean, when you travel as much as I do, you got to get used to you got to find the stuff you can get quick and stuff like that. So
that's how you'll die.
Listen, if I die this year,
I'm gonna have quick food, not fast food.
This is one of the best years I've had in a long time. And again, like I can't thank Geeks and Gamers and Jeremy and Ryan and Krista and all those people over there and you.
We're gonna keep it going.
9line, all of them. I can't thank them enough. So, and Gina, of course, I have to thank Gina Carano. Half of this stuff people wouldn't even want to tune in if it wasn't for her. So
we all start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
We all start somewhere. You like it in here, though. We're making some renovations.
I like the couch. That was like had a moment on that couch. So
man, we're making some renovations.
It still looks kind of the same. I mean, you still got thousands of dollars on the table. I put one in my pocket.
It's Vegas. We're taking action.
Yeah, and you still have the water that I like.
Listen,
I need to take that home too.
Take a case. Take a case. Now, where does it go from here for you? What's next? What does 2022, 23 bring you?
What can I share?
All of it. This is an exclusive. I'll blur out anything that you don't want said.
I plan on doing a lot of traveling around America. I just started a podcast, Welcome to Rebellion podcast.
Why don't we do a van?
And I would love to visit like all the theme parks in America and then take the podcast on the road while doing that. I haven't really seen much of America. I've seen the entire world. I went around the world twice in my lifetime, but I haven't seen much of America. And I think now's the time to see America. This year's going to be like, it's tough to beat this year. I mean, I spent 5 days in Times Square, got to meet some people there that we can't even share on social media right now, but me, Jeremy, and Krista over at the Fox News station. And there's so much working now that's going to boom next year. It's very hard to see what's going to pop first. As far as for me personally, I want to get that special needs home done in Mexico by the end of the year. And that's like $50,000. I think I got to find $55,000. But last year, between Geeks and Gamers and myself, and the t-shirt sales and everything, we're almost at, I think, almost $203,000 we raised to help people here and around the world.
It's crazy.
Yeah. In a year. I know in 6 hours we raised like $55,000 to help end human trafficking. On the Geeks and Gamers channel, they did about $100,000 for people struggling with suicide, which is a beautiful cause. We took the t-shirt sales, and my members know this. When Gina was fired, and she said, "Welcome to the Rebellion," I made a t-shirt, very simple. But when I told her, I said, excuse me, I was like, I don't want to make money off you being fired, you know?
Right.
So, and she was like, "No, do whatever you want, Jay. Don't worry about it." I was like, "Nah, I just don't feel right about it because everyone that hates me will say, look, he doesn't even care about her. He's just making money."
But the message matters.
The message has been huge.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that my life would take a direction toward that rebellion slogan. But it has. It really resonates with so many people because of the time we're living in, because of the people that are in place in our government and the things that they're trying to force upon us. And it's just like, man, we've had enough, you know? It's like we've had enough of it.
Right.
And people like, there's a lot of people out there that are not as vocal as someone like a Ryan or Jeremy. And they just don't know how to be. There's a lot of people that are not as, they're not going to go walk in a protest or because they have, I don't know, family or kids at home, or maybe because they just can't. But buying a shirt and supporting people that do, that's what they can do. And so like stuff like that too, it's like, and then so we started this whole movement of like helping, like support independent creators, like write a book, do a comic book, start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, people speaking out. Stop giving these people that hate you, their
fuel,
money, and keep them going. And so it's like we support the stuff that's good to send a message, and we don't support the stuff that isn't good, and we talk out about it. And so for people buying like those Welcome to Rebellion shirts, for a lot of them, it's just like, I'm just going to take a picture and put it on my Instagram because this is my way of saying I've had enough of all this bull crap, and this is what I can do. Knowing that each month we picked a different charity that my YouTube members were like, I was like, what charity should this go to? And I showed them the receipts. I was like, this is what came in. This is where we can give it. And, we did that for months. So it was really fun. It was cool. So it's like, that was their way of like rebelling against everything that's going on. And I think it's getting like deeper and deeper and deeper because we've all had enough,
You think we're at a breaking point?
I think a lot of people are waking up that were asleep. And there's going to be a couple giants that are going to wake up real soon. I feel that. I think it's going to start affecting some sleeping giants. And when they wake up, I think when this is interesting, they went after, for lover or hater, they went after Nicki Minaj for her statements about the vaccine. And she was very public about it to the point where Twitter kicked her off her social media. Now, Nicki Minaj's following is hundreds of millions. And so she started like, I don't know, what do you call it, red pill, like people over and over saying, you know, and she wouldn't shut up to the point where they were like, okay, we need to leave her alone. Like, we don't want her talking because she's getting the message out.
Powerful.
Yeah, because she has such a huge following. And so I think doing things like that, they're going to wake up somebody that's just going to be like, no.
Well, you see it with Elon. So. You see him clapping back on some stuff. You saw Kamala Harris have that interview with Charlamagne the God, and you know, people are starting to realize, I think, you know, we can't even ask the questions anymore. You know, she was asked a very reasonable question, Kamala. She was asked a very reasonable question. And I think what he was trying to drill down to it, if you give him the benefit of the doubt, is kind of like what's hurting this administration. You know, he was like, who's the president? You know, who's handling everything? He had his own spin on it, and I think we all know why he asked it the way he asked it. But he got the reaction he wanted out of her. And she basically lost her shit. These are very entitled, empowered, greedy people, and they don't want anyone to question them because no one does, because right now fame's the currency and influence.
I'm telling you, I mention this all the time. There's a book that came out in the 70s called Rules for Radicals, and we are seeing these 13 rules that this guy made being played out to a T right in front of us, just constantly lying to people, intimidation. They don't want to lose their power, and it's like it's a disgusting thing to see. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. You know, it's just like, it's crazy.
I don't know who votes for them, and I don't know who has, but it's insane. And I think we are going towards what you said, which is some level of an awakening.
But there's people like me who working outside the country for years just made me realize how much I just hate politics in general. Like, I never really cared until I start seeing my freedoms taken away.
But if I was to psychoanalyze you, I think you hate it because you were a Democrat as a child, and I think you believe you should identify as a Democrat, and you probably are liberal and progressive, but you know that they're a total dumpster fire and you can't identify with any of their policies.
It's more like I could pick and pull from all different parties and say, this is good, we should.
Because I was raised a Democrat, so I get it.
And it's more like for me, social issues are very important. I don't share too much of my political beliefs because people would probably be shocked, but social issues are important to me. Education is really big. I think we should be dumping millions in our school system, and going through these teachers that are like these idiotic teachers that post on TikTok where they're like, I'm going to come out to my classroom now and they can call me Mr. or Mrs. I don't have a gender or whatever makes you feel comfortable. But the fact that they're recording it to put it on TikTok is like, look at me, I want attention, and look what I'm doing. And it's just, it's crazy. They should also dump millions into alternative programs for education and, you know, and things like that. That's big for me. Education can cure a lot of issues, but
I think the left is alienating.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I think that's what's going to backfire on them, is they just seem like we're only going to cater to an elite group, and that's why
they're censoring certain things that they can teach. And then now, you know, in public school systems, and now it's like you see videos all the time of fights breaking out, and the teacher just has to sit there and let kids just brutally beat each other up. They're not allowed to interfere. They're not allowed to do anything.
The liability is too high.
And so now you have a bunch of teachers that are like, well, they don't care about me, so I don't really care about the job. And there's a lot of good teachers out there that will never see the light of day or anything.
Plus, everybody's moving to homeschooling, which is killing it.
I mean, I think that's a good thing in the time we're living in right now. So I think that starts for me education, and then also programs for people that have like had a bad turn of luck, like lost their job,
Second chance program.
Yeah, something like that. But they just need to be. I mean, you put me in charge, and I could tell you what I think, but there's always going to be issues. But we can't turn into a nation of handouts. We have to go back to a nation of teaching people how to get themselves out of the hole that they fell into. And it's like when you turn into a handout, like when we were in lockdown and governments were like, I'll just pay you money to sit at home. We're just becoming a handout. And like more people it'll just be something in their mind. They'll be like, I'll just sit at home and collect money and I don't have to do anything.
I could be convinced that universal basic income is a good thing. So I have a liberal tilt on that because I think the social programs have gotten so far out of control. I say just give people the money and then you don't have to have those cottage industries of like food stamps, this, that, the other thing. I'd rather them just get the money and let that, and if they want to take the money and go do heroin every day, that's on them. But I could be sold on universal basic income.
There's a lot to,
because you're spending it anyway in the program.
I mean, listen, I could take 5 hours to explain why money should go to certain things in the education or whatever. It's very hard to do it in an open statement, and I'm sure people could take a broad statement that I say and cut it up into a million things and say how wrong it is. But
they love you. They wouldn't do that.
Not everybody.
They wouldn't do that. They love you.
Not everybody. I just think, at the end of the day, I think everybody is born with a certain passion, a certain desire, and there's something inside of all of them, creativity or whatever it is, whether it's to start their own business, make clothes, whatever it is, and they just need to start doing that. And if they start living in something that they enjoy doing and waking up every morning and enjoy what they're doing, life will be better for them. And once it becomes better for the individual, they'll begin to see that it can become better for people around them. And that's how you really institute change. You can't institute change through a Twitter quote or through a speech. It's individuals doing something that they feel passionate about because it makes them feel like a better person. Than you give back, like yourself. You really love your podcast and what it does. And so you treat your guest, you give back to your guest, and because you're just like, that's who I am. And it's just so many things that tie into waking up in the morning and feeling good about what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. And you won't want any of this nonsense that's trying to be poured upon us because you have a passion and something to live for. I don't know if that makes sense. That's a lot.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, you have to put what good you want to put into the universe and then fuck the rest. And if people don't understand that and don't participate in it or don't want to, then change the channel.
No, I mean, there's a lot of, listen, the reason why cancel culture, the reason why a lot of this stuff exists is because people feel miserable about who they are. And they want everything to change for them because they can't handle what's going on around them. So it's change everything to suit me, which is such a selfish reason, and do it quickly. I don't like what Gina said. Let's fire her. All right. I don't like what this person said. Let's get rid of them. I don't like what this person stands for. Let's get rid of them. And it's just a nonstop, process because it's like my feelings are hurt or what they're doing is wrong. It's like we've lost the fact. Basically, we're going to get to a point where we all just wear the color gray or whatever color, brown, some standard color. And because everything will offend somebody eventually if we keep turning things over.
I look at it as like they've put so many people in the cancel culture hog pen, like we're all in there, but there's too many, and the pen can't hold us anymore. So like they've canceled more people than are not canceled. So now it's flipped because they can't. It's gotten to the point where it's like, did you hear so and so sneezed? Let's get them.
I know, but let me tell you something. It even breaks down into smaller versions. People will try to cancel you because of who you are in different areas. It's like this. Oh, maybe I want to, whatever I feel like I want to do. Maybe, okay, I want to start a Twitch stream or whatever. And someone will try to cancel you, say, you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're too old, or you're not smart, or whatever it is.
I'm all those.
I'm just saying though, it starts like that, you know, and like that's how it begins. And then what happens is people believe that. And once you believe a lie that you were told, then it becomes truth in your own mind. And once it becomes truth in your own mind, you won't go out and try to do something that you felt like you wanted to try to do. Listen, you got one life. Laugh, love, dance in the rain, whatever it is. Like, you can't be miserable and you can't let other people influence you because of the way they look at you, you know, and it's because they always will. People will always have negative things to say about whatever you do. I mean, they just will. It just doesn't matter. Even if you gave away money, people will be upset. So you just have to just do it.
I agree. I mean, it's not like we're saying this stuff with flamethrowers behind us.
No, I'm saying that's true.
I think you have to the point I'm making is you have to genuinely want it. It can't be something that's forced at gunpoint. You have to genuinely feel the belief system.
But I think as a human,
you're supposed to. You think you're supposed to.
There's something that we all generally want out of life.
Yeah. But it doesn't work that way. Some people live through other people and they live through their ego and they live through these barriers that cause them a lot of problems every step of the way in life. And getting those walls and those barriers broken down, like, you know, my industry, it's hard for another guy to say, geez, you know, I like what he's doing because it's such a cock-strong industry, you know? And a lot of people are genuinely that way. And these are really stupid flaws. Do you know how many people's ego get in the way of them saying hi to someone?
Well, that and
you know, or making a relationship.
If somebody else started a podcast that was similar to yours, John, and then they see that they don't have the success that you have, they initially are like, if we can get rid of the John Bartolo show, then ours will rise
let's
up.
Get them.
Right. That's the thing. And see, we started seeing that in our movies and going back to Star Wars. This is how they directed The Last Jedi. It's like, we all like Luke Skywalker, we like this, but we're gonna make them into terrible characters now and throw them off to the curb. So now you have to like these new characters. It's this whole
eliminate their toxic masculinity.
It's just how it is, and it's like that's trickled down into everyday things of life. So
how dare they be cavalier? how dare Han Solo be charming?
I mean, it's just how it is.
You know what's crazy? The only thing I hated about what they did to Han Solo, and it's so cliche.
You say Han, it's Han.
Han.
Come on, man.
Han.
You just been discredited.
Wow. I know the feeling because I did it to Jeremy on Sports Wars. So I know the feeling. But you know what they did to him is they made him a deadbeat dad. That's like, it's like so cliche. I thought that was so like, what the fuck?
I know.
Nobody's leaving Princess Leia
because they just wanted to boost their other characters up.
It's so weird.
And that's what they do to everybody else in life. They see somebody who's successful, and instead of trying to learn from them, it's easier for them to try to make something up and tear them down. And you just have to live with that in life. People will they will come after you because they're jealous of your relationships. They'll come after you because they're jealous the way you look. They'll come after you because you're going to try to fulfill your dream. Whether you hit it or not, they will be jealous of that because a lot of people don't have what it takes to even take a step forward. And when they see others taking a step forward, they'll start off with the small stuff. You're not good looking. You're ugly. You're this. You're too old. You're too young. You're whatever it is. And if that doesn't work, once you get a little bit going, then they'll be like, oh, you know, you've had personal problems in the past. Maybe you shouldn't keep going. You know what I mean? It doesn't stop. And the number one thing is like, if you have people like that in your life, you need to get rid of them immediately. Like, even if they're family members, I'm sorry.
Eliminate the gaslighting, eliminate the deadbeats. Anyone who tells you can't. Look, people are spending millions of dollars on non-fungible tokens. Find something else to argue about at the Thanksgiving table. I dare you.
Well, have you heard this? I mean, it goes back to the story, like a story I tell about the Gardner. Gardner had a tree.
Yeah.
I know a rich man had a tree, went out to the tree, told the gardener, he's like, this tree isn't growing any fruit, so let's just cut it down. And the gardener says, no, I have a better idea. Instead of cutting it down, let's take out all the old dirt around it and replace it with new dirt, and it'll grow. And that's what we have to do with our own lives. It's like sometimes we have to look and say, why aren't we growing? Are we listening to a lie someone told me that, oh, maybe I'm just not cut out? Or is it because I've surrounded myself with people and things that are keeping me from growing? Mm-hmm. So now I have to dig around it, dig those things out and refill it with good people that will keep me growing, that will clap when I succeed, that will, correct me if I do something wrong in the way that I need to be corrected. All those things like that. You have to surround yourself, and then you'll see your life will produce the fruit that it was always meant to, to produce. So
I think most people, they use the term sheep, right?
Yeah.
I kind of have a better analogy. Warren Buffett gave a really interesting speech once. I believe it was Warren Buffett. Everybody can fact check me. I know there are people that will. I believe it was Warren Buffett. He said, the majority of investors or people are like the oil speculator. Oil speculator dies, goes to heaven. He's at the pearly gates, and obviously, he wants to find all the oil. So one of the speculators sees a line. He sees him going down to hell. They're like, why are you going to hell? They're like, I heard there's oil down here. Okay. So the oil speculator is looking at St. Michael, right? That's who's at the gate. And everybody can correct me if I'm wrong. And he's saying, come on in, look, it's heaven. It's all you could ever want it to be. There's whatever you imagine heaven to be, 50 virgins, whatever you imagine's there. He goes, I don't know, St. Michael. I heard there's some oil down in hell. I'm going to go check it out with those guys. And they're just marching down to the flames. And that's the majority of people. That's the majority of people. I don't think it's necessarily sheep. I know there's a lot of people that run around, rah-rah guys, people are sheep, fuck them, I'm a real man. I don't necessarily think it's that. I think people genuinely will follow where the herd goes, and there's movies built on this. Come on, we have to leave now. It's flooding. No, we'll stay. The old man and the dog stay or whatever, and they die. So I think you have to adapt. You have to change. You have to be willing to go with the flow. You have to be willing to understand and learn every step of the way. And I think people are afraid to do that. And because they're afraid to do it, they're like, I'm going to go check that oil out down in hell. I'm going to see how that does.
It's crazy.
But I think sheep's an overused term. I think people have a conscience. They just choose to, hey, get along and go along.
Yeah.
Instead of, ever individualizing themselves and reaching their goals because they want to say, hey, you know what? I'm into drama and I'm into shooting guns. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm into this and I'm into that, whatever it is.
I think the best example of your life is living your life happy, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And eventually you'll attract the right people that are happy for you, that might want to learn from you or that might want to promote you. I could say that about Jeremy and Ryan from Geeks and Gamers. Someone in the chat says, Jay, you stopped wearing your cross necklace. No, it broke. I got to get another one. So this was a gift necklace, so I have that on.
You have to, listen, you have to treat your friends like employees. Hire slow and fire fast. That's it. Hire slow and fire fast. If they get shitty on you, get rid of them.
At least distance yourself. For me, I think it's okay to tell them. Just say, hey, listen, I'm going in a different direction in life right now. I just need some space. Like, don't take it personal. But and if they get mad at that and they get personal at that you're trying to better yourself by not being around them, then they were never meant to be in your life to begin with. They're not. And watch, when you become successful in what you're doing, and success is measured. Don't measure success by comparing yourself to others. I measure success by the amount of goals I complete every month that I wrote down, whether it's even like weight loss goals or how much I spend on food every month, things like that.
I have several weight loss goals. I've
had a weight loss goal for like 20 years.
I never meet them. I'm joining Weight Watchers.
That's why I keep adding it. I keep like, it went from like
Jenny
20
Craig,
pounds.
What's the Jenny Craig for men?
To 10 pounds.
Be on Nutrisystem.
I think I'm like on 3 pounds now. Like,
I'm going to be there in the Nutrisystem commercial and the pants up next.
You're going to hold it. You're going to hold it out. You'll be like the next Dan Marino.
I used to be this big, I'm telling you, if we keep eating that chicken parm,
yeah,
it's gonna be over. And the tiramisu, and
I ate a lot.
Wow. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did you guys eat again after?
Oh no, No way, man. There's no way.
I thought for sure you would have went by like one of the sweet carts or something, you know, like get some gelato.
It was tempting.
I'm telling you.
If we had hit it big.
Where'd you end up going?
We just went. We left. We went back to because we know
Bunny Ranch?
we had to get up early. I did not go to the Bunny Ranch. I had to get up early to ride some RVs to the sunset. Man, chase the sun. It was beautiful.
You didn't go to bed that early. That's a good deflection.
We did go. We went to bed.
No, what time? Don't lie. Why you gonna lie? Why are you being cagey? Were you out till 2?
No. He said I wanted.
Yeah, I know. Once you smell that casino air, you're up for 3 hours. Yeah.
Not me. I don't have the money for
that
casinos.
table was
That's
slow
the problem, though.
We had a slow table. It was kind of slow. Yeah.
If someone wants to send me a couple $100 to gamble, I'll be happy. But that.
Why don't you do a slot machine TikTok? You should. I'll go with you. I'll do something.
There you go.
You know me. I'll just spend Jeremy's money.
That would be nice, but I don't have it with me at the moment.
I will. He owes me. I got him on a coupon plan. Listen.
Last time I was in Vegas, someone sent me a $50 super chat. They said, "Listen, Jay, you always helping others. Now go gamble with this money. Go have some fun." So I went and I was with Ryan and I was with a few others, and I was like, all right, listen, this person wants me to gamble once, so I'm going to put $50 on red. Just one time, and then we're done. It's just not appeal. It's not an appeal to me. I get it. People, it's fun and everything, but so I put $50 down. Ryan put 50 on black.
Yeah, but I've spent more at Dave and Buster's trying to win a hat.
That's true.
So
but see, that's a hat. But what I'm saying, no, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying the appeal for me.
God, getting all Christian on me.
Yeah, so it's you sinners. So the guy rolled he spun the wheel and I won. So I doubled my money. Ryan lost his money, so I took my winnings and gave it to Ryan. So
the best part is you make the whole thing sound like we're playing in a fucking speakeasy under a basement. You're at the fucking win. You're at the win. You make it sound like we were down in a basement doing a deal with a guy with fucking 4 fingers.
Listen, $25 minimum is a lot of money for me, man. That's a lot of Raising Cane chicken, man. That's a lot of like In-N-Out burger that I need to get while I'm out.
Buzdar 2 tossed in $20 for gambling. We'll kick that up to Jay so he can gamble. Go check out Buzz. I know. I was fuck.
You missed a lot of
you are not on top of things.
I'm not.
Wow, Captain Obvious.
All right, that's why
you just blew the cover.
All right, first of all,
for that, you're fired.
That's exactly why.
Listen. You're fired.
All right.
I just hit you with the cobra. You're fired.
That's why I always wonder, what am I doing here? Because you're absolutely right. I'm like clueless half the time what people are doing.
I tried to get a shameless plug, okay, for your brother's fucking YouTube page, and you're like, "Hey, that's my brother."
Listen, I'm wearing your hat. That should be worth something.
Yeah, we'll give you a $5 super chat for that. Listen. Everybody in here, make sure you go like and subscribe everything. Okay? Everybody's page is everything. Go check out Buzdar too. And everybody support the show and share. We got to wrap up. We got to go eat something. You guys got to shoot full autos.
I've never shot a full auto in my life.
Wow.
I never ran in a heli. That's what I'm saying.
Do you have any other announcement? Was that an announcement? Do you have any others?
Never shot out of a helicopter. Never rode in a helicopter. All this stuff is new to me. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know how I'm sitting here.
You keep asking yourself that.
I know, it's ridiculous.
You keep asking yourself that. It's, drunk 3PO, not drunk on fame.
What a silly name.
Seriously. Have you thought about changing it? Sober 3PO?
I wanted to change it, but everyone kept saying, don't change it. So, look, someone just sent $20 for Jay's future crippling gambling addiction.
Listen, we'll kick that money up to Jay. How's this? Any super chats that come in the next 5 minutes, I'll kick that money up to Jay personally, and he'll play a slot machine tonight and air it. Make a deal. We just made a deal.
Whatever I win, I'll give away to charity. How about that?
How about whatever you win, we'll spend it on booze and food.
You didn't read half these super chats, man.
Go ahead, read them if you want. It's the kind
They're for you. They're not for me.
Go ahead.
Daryl for $5. Thank you, Drunk 3PO, for yet another great visit on the John Bartolo Show. Thank you for the 5. John's not used to this, getting these super chats. The Gilk Man for $5. Love you, Junk. Love you, John Bartolo, too.
Shout out to the Gilk Man.
Exactly. I had lots of good teachers in college, and they inspired. Keep being incredible. The both of you. Thank you for the $5. Daryl again for $5. Let's share some love with super chats. Thank you for the $5. Eric for $5. Jay has one of the biggest hearts of anyone we all know. Ah, man, that's one of the reasons people like him. Thanks, but there's bigger people out there. The Gilk Man for another $2 says, believe in yourself and your abilities. Thank you for the super chat.
Jeremy just sent $1. What a fucking
he did.
What a motherfucker.
That's just a
fucking $1.
That's what I'm worth. That's what I'm worth.
I'm gonna throw that at him when I see him.
That's what I'm worth to him.
He's like, seriously. Wow.
It's not even $1. It's like
$1 towards
like
the
30 cents.
the nickel slots.
After YouTube takes.
He sent a 50 earlier.
I know,
we'll cut him some slack. So Jeremy, I'll remove $51 out of your coupon book towards the 1,000 we bet. I'll put that. I'm going to write it down. Actually, Jeremy's good for 51. I'm going to start taking action. The points will be rolling. But
you know what I want? I just wanted a free goodie bag, and I didn't get one.
You don't. The second time in, you don't get all the prize. I have something for you. I have to give you. Just I can't be. I have to remember. Just remind me. Listen. Tonight you're gonna play some slots. We're gonna kick in the money, and you're gonna air that tonight. It's Jay's Vegas extravaganza.
I'm telling you. See, Ryan's in the chat now. I told the story when Ryan lost and I won, and I gave him his winnings back.
You can't do that. So you got to teach him a lesson. Listen, the best
he's my friend, man. I want him to have fun. I didn't want him to lose.
You should have taught him the greater lesson. You will lose sometimes.
Yeah. You know, Ryan ain't losing like this year. He's doing unbelievable.
I'll give everybody the secret to life and the best advice you can ever get as part of this super chat. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You have to know when to walk away, and you have to know when to run. Now, if you remember those key ingredients there, you'll live a good life. All the answers you need are right there.
That's true.
Uncle Kenny sang them to us a long, long time ago.
Jesus for $20 says, more for Jay's gambling. Guys, don't send money for my gambling.
No, we're gonna kick it in, and Jay's gonna do a live tonight. So if we get up, maybe we'll get up to $100. Whatever, we'll figure it out. We're gonna get Jay on the slot machine. I'll kick in too. He's gonna gamble. He's gonna roll the dice once. He's rolling the dice now by being here. Are you gonna go back to Epic Shoot? Are you gonna launch something else with 9line?
Hopefully when we go back to Epic Shoot,
can you come to terms with 9line?
It'll be all Geeks and Gamers. We'll go and we'll do podcasts and do a lot of cool, because now I know what to expect next time we go. When we come back to Vegas, I hope I can get Jeremy and Ryan and all of them on the four-wheelers over there to see the sunset. I think that'd be amazing. She also rents out Lamborghinis, which I didn't know. So I'm going to do that next time. You guys should do it woke style and all hold hands as the sun goes down. 9line, I probably will have... It's a woke production. Another shirt, maybe February, March. Probably just... You know the design yet? Yeah. Yeah. Really? The one... Yeah, I usually ask Can you share? Or are you just being like cagey? I usually ask my channel members like what they'd like to see. And you'll run a poll. We came up with one that I really like. It's like... it has the word rebellion, but it has like the definition. Have you seen those shirts? Kind of like, right on the front. So I like that. I'd buy one. Yeah. Put me down for one if I can ever. You never wore my hat, man. What are you still sore about that? What are you talking about? Listen, I'll give you now your. He has his own hat. I'll give you your cut. He wouldn't let me sit in his chair. I paid him to wear that. I paid him to wear that. This has been money. I did. I had last night when we had dinner, he was like, he slid the bill over. He's like, you want me to wear the hat tomorrow? So, yeah, it was another restaurant where I didn't know what the price, when I saw the bill, I was like, he was like, we could have fed 95 Somalis. I was like, what the heck is this bill, man? We could have fed a child for 3 months. What are you going to do? For 3 months? Listen, you could have put someone in college with the amount of money you spent on dinner. We went to dinner. Fuck. It was beautiful, man. I wanted to have dinner with my friend. Let me go now and jump off a fucking cliff. All right, don't do that. Shame on me. Clip that. Yeah, I'd rather have your couch. Can you ship the couch to my house? Yeah. That would be amazing. Yeah, we got $5 from Don. We did. We got $5.
She said now it's a she, right? She got
Dawn. I've met Dawn twice. She's
Kenny Rogers
amazing.
is stuck in her head. Hey, listen, never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
That's true.
You know, I didn't count when I walked away, but I almost ran last night. I got scared.
You and Lee won big time, man.
Oh, I won $50.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You won $500.
Yeah, but I gave some back. You know, you always give a little back. You know, a little for the table. That was a slow
he
table.
Literally put all his money. So here we are at the table. I pull out a $20 bill, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
$20? You didn't take out no $20. You lied.
I did not have hundreds.
You didn't put you didn't put 1,000, but you didn't put a 20.
Yeah. So John comes out like this. I don't care. Like whatever. Let's just throws it down. Then puts it all on hard 6, which I don't even know what that means. The whole time I'm asking
it's 10-1. You got to do the hard.
I have no idea how that works.
Listen, if you're gonna play craps and you're gonna put money on the crap line on the to throw the dice, the pass line. Sorry to everybody out there, you're gonna eat me alive. If you put money on the pass line, you have to play the field to play the hards. It's the only way you're gonna make any money. Otherwise, the game will take over and you'll just lose money.
All right, so I'm literally asking the dealer, where do I put this money?
You're like, how does this game work?
Yeah, and so he's like, just put it here. That's your best bet. John puts like $10,000 on hard 6, and he rolls it the next time, and like all I saw were like stacks of chips being pushed to him and Lee. And I didn't bet on no hard 6 because I had $20 on the table on the cum line or something, whatever that's called. Isn't it called the cum line?
Jay, I don't think you should ever say that.
Is that not what it's called though? Be honest, isn't that what it's called?
It's the pass line. Yes, but there is a cum, but like, you weren't on the cum line.
That just totally screwed that up.
Oh my God!
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah,
my bad.
Let's just say you crapped out.
I crapped out. Yeah.
Let's just say you You threw the dice. Jay's threw the dice like once, and they just took the dice from him. They were like they passed it to Lee and I. They were like, let's go over here. I had a couple good passes. Do you have good passes after we left? Yeah. I had a couple. Yeah, I think I made like 5 or 6 passes at one point, which is respectable. Jay made about 1 pass.
I didn't do well
and crapped out. So
yeah, I was like, I need an 8, everybody, and everyone's like, he feels.
They're like 7.
The other people around us were like, all right, that dude feels confident on that 8. They're like putting chips on 8, and I'm like, here go 7.
You felt responsible for everybody's soul at that table. I saw it in your eyes. You're like, you want me to throw these?
Everybody lost. They lost all their money. I was like, I'm done.
He looked right at the dealer as if like the dealer offered him his dick. He's like, what? It was nuts.
I was like, did I win?
Yeah, you're like, how's this work?
No,
they're like, throw the fucking dice.
It was terrible.
It was funny. I loved it. I had fun.
I was exciting.
You didn't go to bed at no 10 o'clock though.
I did. I was snoring.
Look me in the eye and tell me.
I'm telling you, I went to bed early.
Look me in the eye and show me on the doll where he touched you.
On the shoulder.
All right. I believe you.
On the shoulder.
On the shoulder. Well,
hey, thanks for having me on, man.
We gotta go.
I love it.
Yeah. Listen, everybody in here.
I love it.
Go upvote every video. Go subscribe to every page. Support.
Honestly, everyone should go subscribe to Ryan. He's almost at 100,000.
Is he?
That would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
By the end of the year. Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine.
Go give Ryan. Everybody share Ryan's shit in their stories everywhere on Twitter. Go help him out. Get him over 100. Let's make that a mission this weekend. How far away is he?
Like,
are we talking like 1,000?
A couple thousand away, but he's growing so fast. Like it, and Jeremy too. Jeremy's personal channel is almost at 100. Both of them are like at a race for 100,000. It'd be awesome to see them both get there before.
What do you get? You get like a plaque or something, right?
A plaque, yeah. I'm only at 50. I'll probably never see 100,000.
You will.
It's
is that like your subtle way of being like, follow me?
No.
Yeah, it is.
I love where
Tom
I'm
Brady.
at and everything. So.
Gee willikers. Shucks. Listen, we love everybody.
Yeah. Good people.
All the links have been shared. Everybody's in there. Eric K said also, Jay was not the hot shooter on the cum line.
No, he wasn't. Is that a thing? Is that what you're supposed to say?
Hot dice on the cum line.
Is that a thing?
Oh shit.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's what you say? Like,
No,
if you lose all your money, you just say, oh, okay.
But hey.
No. It'd be cool if you went to like Spotify and found Welcome to the Rebellion podcast.
I think you should change the name of the podcast to Hut Dice on the Cum Line.
People, I'd probably reach a lot more people that way. I'd be like, are you going to talk gambling? No. Yeah, take gambling advice from me.
Yeah, don't.
Don't.
Yeah, don't.
That's my advice.
That's my advice. All right, we got to go. All right, I appreciate everybody. Shout out to all the sponsors. Go check them all out. All the links are down below. All the different brands that support the show. Go, support all the channels, guys, and go help everybody out today. If you take 5 minutes, just help out with a video, anything you can with anybody out there today, please.
I actually would like to get Jaywalking the Planet to 6,000. I'm like 50 away, I think.
Well, we'd be kind of nice. We got to be good for 50. There's 84 people in here.
I think they're already all subbed, though, but it's all good.
If you're not subbed, please remember to go check out the channels. If you're not subbed, click the link in the bio. All right.
Listen, life is good. I'm happy. Life is good.
I want you to start an Amazon wish list page. Can we get that coming?
I don't need
like
anything.
Jay dresses up in onesies, plays Mario Kart.
My house will be full of boxes.
Come on. All right, we got to go eat.
All right.
All right.
Raising Cane.
We're out.